Deep in the heart of India, nestled amongst the rolling hills of Jharkhand, lay the Dhori Colliery. This region, known for its natural beauty and rich resources, was home to one of the most significant coal mines in the country. This coal mine, a vital source of energy for the nation, was a place of hard work and camaraderie. The miners, bound by their shared labor, formed a tight-knit community, supporting each other through the grueling workdays. Miners toiled tirelessly in its depths, extracting the black gold that fueled India's growth. Their efforts were crucial in powering homes, factories, and the burgeoning industries of a developing nation. The colliery, a bustling hub of activity, was the lifeblood of the local community. It provided employment and sustenance, weaving itself into the very fabric of daily life. Families depended on its productivity. The mine's success meant food on the table, education for the children, and a future for the next generation. Little did they know that this source of life would soon transform into a scene of unimaginable tragedy. The shadows of dusk would soon give way to a darkness far more profound. The year was 1965, a time when India, still a young nation finding its feet, was navigating the challenges of growth and development. India, heavily reliant on coal for its burgeoning industries, saw the Dhori Colliery as a cornerstone of its energy supply. The coal extracted here was essential for the country's progress. The Dhori Colliery, with its rich coal seams, played a crucial role in meeting this demand. The quality and quantity of coal found here were unmatched, making it a key player in the energy sector. The mine was a labyrinth of tunnels and shafts, a testament to human endeavor and the quest for energy. Each tunnel represented the hard work and determination of the miners. But the pursuit of progress often comes at a cost, as the miners of Dhori would soon discover. The dangers lurking in the depths of the mine were a constant reminder of the risks they faced daily. May 28, 1965, dawned like any other day at the Dhori Colliery. Miners, their faces smeared with coal dust, descended into the mine's depths. The familiar rhythm of pickaxes against coal echoed through the tunnels. The air thick with coal dust and the sweat of hard labor was all they knew. It was a dangerous job, but these men were the unsung heroes of India's progress. As the day wore on, the coal output steadily grew, a testament to the miners' hard work. But unbeknownst to them, deep within the mine, a silent threat was brewing. Methane gas, a byproduct of coal formation, had accumulated to dangerous levels. This invisible menace, odorless and colorless, lurked in the shadows, awaiting a spark. At around 10:30 p.m., the silence of the night was shattered by a deafening roar that echoed through the valley. A massive explosion ripped through the Dhori Colliery, shaking the very foundations of the earth and sending shockwaves through the surrounding area. The force of the blast was felt for miles around, a terrifying testament to its power, leaving everyone in a state of shock and disbelief. The mine, once a place of industry and toil, was instantly transformed into a tomb of darkness and despair, its structure collapsing under the immense force. Panic ensued as the shockwaves rippled through the nearby villages, causing chaos and confusion among the residents. Families of the miners, their hearts pounding with dread and anxiety, rushed towards the mine, hoping against hope for the safety of their loved ones. The air was thick with dust and the acrid smell of explosives, a grim prelude to the horrors that awaited them as they approached the disaster site. The mine entrance, once a gateway to sustenance and livelihood, was now a gaping maw of twisted metal and debris, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the dangers of the mining profession. News of the disaster spread like wildfire, sending shockwaves through the nation. Rescue teams, their faces etched with determination, raced to the scene. Every second counted, every minute a matter of life and death. But the situation was dire. The explosion had caused widespread damage, blocking access to the trapped miners. Undeterred, the rescuers toiled tirelessly, their efforts hampered by the treacherous conditions. The air within the mine was toxic, thick with poisonous gases and coal dust. The threat of further collapses loomed large, but the rescuers pressed on, fueled by a glimmer of hope and the desperate pleas of the families waiting anxiously above ground. Section 5. The grim aftermath, counting the cost. As days turned into nights, the hope of finding survivors dwindled. The true scale of the tragedy began to emerge. The Dhori colliery disaster claimed the lives of over 268 miners, making it the deadliest coal mine accident in India's history. The nation mourned, united in grief and disbelief. The disaster at Dhori Colliery was a stark reminder of the inherent dangers of mining. It exposed the inadequate safety measures and the urgent need for reform. The nation was left grappling with the human cost of its industrial progress, the lives tragically cut short in pursuit of energy. Section 6. Searching for answers, theories of the disaster. In the wake of the tragedy, the nation demanded answers. Families of the miners, communities, and the entire country were left in shock and grief. What caused this catastrophic explosion? Two main theories emerged, each with its own set of compelling evidence and expert opinions. The first pointed to a coal dust explosion, a phenomenon that occurs when fine coal dust particles ignite in a confined space. This type of explosion can be incredibly powerful and devastating. The second theory suggested a more insidious culprit, methane gas. Methane, a highly flammable gas often found in coal seams, could have accumulated undetected, building up over time, creating a ticking time bomb. The slightest spark could have triggered a massive explosion. To determine the true cause of the Dhori colliery disaster, a court of inquiry was established. This was a crucial step towards uncovering the truth. This independent body was tasked with investigating the events leading up to the explosion, examining every detail meticulously, and identifying any negligence or lapses in safety protocols. Their findings would be pivotal in preventing future tragedies. The fate of countless miners and the future of mining safety in India rested on their findings. The entire nation awaited the results with bated breath, hoping for justice and change. Section 7. The Court of Inquiry, unraveling the truth. The Court of Inquiry, comprising experts in mining engineering, safety regulations, and legal matters, embarked on a thorough investigation. They meticulously examined the wreckage, interviewed witnesses, and pored over mine records. Their objective was clear: to uncover the truth behind the Dhori colliery disaster and prevent such tragedies from recurring. After months of painstaking investigation, the court concluded that the explosion was primarily caused by the ignition of methane gas. They found that inadequate ventilation within the mine had allowed the gas to accumulate to dangerous levels. This, coupled with a lack of proper gas detection equipment and safety protocols, created the perfect conditions for the disaster. Section 8. Recommendations for change, a safer future. The Court of Inquiry's report was a scathing indictment of the safety standards prevalent in Indian mines at the time. It highlighted the urgent need for comprehensive reforms to protect the lives of the nation's miners. Their recommendations extended beyond the immediate causes of the Dhori disaster, addressing systemic issues within the mining industry. Among their key recommendations were the implementation of stringent gas monitoring systems, improved ventilation techniques, and the mandatory use of safety equipment for all miners. The court also stressed the importance of regular safety inspections, rigorous training programs for miners, and the establishment of clear lines of responsibility for safety within mining companies. Section 9. Legacy of Dhori, impact on mining practices. The Dhori colliery disaster served as a wake-up call for India's mining industry. The tragic loss of 268 lives spurred significant changes in mining regulations and safety protocols. The government, taking cognizance of the Court of Inquiry's findings, introduced stricter safety standards and increased oversight of mining operations. Mining companies, shaken by the magnitude of the disaster, began investing in safety equipment and training programs for their workforce. The emphasis shifted from solely pursuing production targets to prioritizing the well-being of the miners. The legacy of Dhori lived on in the form of a heightened safety consciousness within the industry. Section 10. Remembering the fallen memorials and tributes. The memory of the Dhori colliery disaster continues to resonate deeply within the mining community and beyond. Memorials stand as solemn reminders of the lives lost and the sacrifices made in the pursuit of progress. These tributes serve as a poignant reminder of the human cost of industrial accidents and the importance of prioritizing safety. Every year on the anniversary of the disaster, families gather at the site to pay their respects to the fallen miners. The tragedy of Dhori serves as a catalyst for continued efforts to improve mine safety and prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. Section 11. Conclusion: Lessons learned, lives saved. The Dhori colliery disaster, a tragedy of immense proportions, left an indelible mark on India's mining history. It stands as a stark reminder of the importance of stringent safety regulations, rigorous training, and a culture of prioritizing human life over production targets. The lessons learned from this disaster continue to shape mining practices and safety protocols to this day. While the scars of the tragedy may never fully heal, the legacy of Dhori lies in the countless lives saved through improved safety measures and a renewed focus on miner well-being. The disaster serves as a constant reminder that the pursuit of progress must never come at the cost of human life.